But I remember what I was going to say. People don't seem to understand that the way the United States came into being is a unique, singular story. And when you try to impose some kind of a template of what the United States is onto another place where people have never broken away and actually said no to their overlords, that's the only way
outcome
that you are going to get anything that even resembles the template. Just pushing it down on a place and pouring in money, that isn't what happened. That's not how you get this result. Now, granted, it's so polluted and almost completely unrecognizable to 150 years ago. But even this distorted result, where for the most part people do still live pretty freely, but the channels that they're allowed to actually channel any of their efforts into it's getting so bad. People's capacities don't fit what's available. What's available doesn't suit any real purpose, and the people controlling it have absolutely no interest or compassion about what their decisions do to you. And this is perfect evidence of it. But the idea that the American Revolution leading to the establishment of the United States under the Constitution, that is a unique, singular event. Mm-hmm. Nothing that has happened since has really resembled it at all. And all of the systems of authority that spawned out of anything that people like to point to don't resemble this at all. People, they'll point to the UK or Canada or Australia or whatever. None of these places have any explicitly given protection of speech. But because the United States and its media web have so penetrated the media spaces around the earth, and the use of this phrase, freedom of speech, is used so much, and people abuse it so badly. People all over the world think they have freedom of speech, and they don't.
Yeah.
And they don't even understand that when they go and participate in whatever scam election it is that they have in their shitbox political overlord, graveyard, that's just this. They don't even understand that they're voting for people who willfully participate in a system that will always deny them that freedom. But democracy, so it must be good. I'm really getting sick of people using this frickin' democracy word.
So what's a good way? What's a better solution, Philly, for getting other countries to follow in the footsteps of America, other than just planting ourselves in their country and funneling a bunch of money into it?
Okay. Don't follow in the footsteps of America. Learn the lessons that America has illustrated. See,
learn from our mistakes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What you got to
do.
One of the guys I know I've mentioned it before, and it's funny because the stupid word is in the title, but it's Democracy in America by Alexis de Tocqueville. And you read
What up, Solo?
You read his narratives about traveling to the West in the middle of the 19th century, and what he witnessed. He couldn't observe anything like this in Europe. He was the observations that he made about the unique character of American small towns and how they operated and how everything operated. It was as if there was this communal spirit that just was hanging out with everybody. there wasn't any strong man with a weapon standing over them, making them do anything. There wasn't any. There weren't these groups of people in people's immediate lives making all of these manipulative political decisions to determine who gets to do a single thing or some other thing. These people, they built homes and raised crops and animals, and that was the basis of it. And then you had people that specialized to do the things that helped those people. Mm-hmm. And these communities were just tied together by the fact that people understood what it required to live freely. You've got to work at what you're good at to provide something to trade with the people that do other things.
Is this capitalism?
And that's how they lived.
Capitalism and a free market environment versus socialism?
What we're talking about, this is just a general notion of freedom. Capitalism is the systematic deduction of what is required in a material environment to accomplish material ends. That's all it is. It doesn't have anything to say about how banks are supposed to operate. It doesn't have anything to do with greedy guys in tuxedos with monocles. It's a set of independent, factual conclusions concerning people have material needs. They also have material wants that are, beyond what is required to survive. And everybody has different ideas about how to do things. But if you let them interact with each other freely and you don't have any overarching forces damaging what they do, people find things to do that benefits others to benefit themselves. And that's all that capitalism just says, in exchange and in means of production. I shouldn't even use that phrase. That's a terrible phrase to use. In serving the end of producing products and services, these are the conclusions. One of the things that you need if you're going to have a complex exchange economy is having real money. Another one of the things is that...
Let's not go too far down capitalism and markets and go back to Afghanistan here.
Okay, back to Afghanistan.
Yeah, before